Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you for being here. We're going to go ahead and jump into a read, and this is going to be the second half of August for you and who. That who could be a friend or family member, one side of a situation or another. It could be a person of interest as well as, boyfriend, girlfriend, that type of thing too, okay? So do note that. This will be a general read, so if you are looking for a personal read that truly taps into your own personal energies, go to The Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box, okay? I thank you all that have been booking sessions with me, as well as your coaching sessions, which is predominantly a lot of what I do. And those of you that are experiencing any sort of blockages that might be standing in the way, perhaps of a particular goal that you have in mind, maybe perhaps as it pertains to your business, or perhaps in terms of relationship or life overall, you definitely want to book a discovery session up here. That will allow some one-on-one time, which is complimentary, but it allows us to get to know you and then make an educated recommendation based on your personal needs, okay? And what I do and how I roll is I marry strategy and soul together because I feel that both of them are incredibly important for success. So if that resonates with you, you do want to check it out. I've also listed it in my description box below. All right, so let's jump into this. What we're going to do is find out what the current circumstances are, what is the anxiety or fear that might be standing in the way, what can help you, and then a few steps in terms of overcoming that, okay? So let's jump into it. You're going to start on your side here first. The other person will be on the other side. And again, feel free to reverse the messages as you see fit, okay? Because you might resonate with one side more than another. It's not uncommon. Energies are fluid, so I might be talking about some of you, it could be your past, present, or future, okay? So do note that. All right, let's jump into this. What are the current circumstances for you, Scorpio? I'm going to pull 3 cards here. Ooh, I like this. I like it already. Oh, the Sun card. This is good. This is feeling like a kid again. This is, really good vibrations. This is sharing the good vibrations, wanting to have fun, being playful, okay? Scorpio, this is so neat, for you. And the interesting thing is, how Scorpions kind of do that little dance, before they kind of do their thing, whether they sing you or whatever. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's where before they, put their, I don't know, what's the word that I'm looking for? Their charisma and their, divine, divine charisma, I should say. Before they pull that out, they do a little dance before, right? And so that's kind of how I feel that you're doing. You're kind of being that playful scorpion, and it's really, really cute. So that's what I wanted to bring out. But it's really great because there's a lot of good vibrations that are happening here. So I absolutely think it's amazing. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now the cards that we got here, 2 major arcana out of the 3. We first got the Magician, we got the Ace of Swords, and then we got the Chariot. I mean, can this get any better for you? And the Sun card underneath, that's the 3rd major arcana there. So basically what this says is that you have all the resources necessary to move forward, whether it's in your love life, your relationship, whatever you're focused on, Scorpio, then that is exactly what this is talking about, what's ever brought you to my channel. But this is saying is that you have all the tools necessary to make something successful, to bring something to fruition, but you have to take action. So that's going to be key. Okay, and speaking of action, this is a potential for that clarity, victory, and success, but key word here being potential, right? It's going to take you putting some skin into the game to make it happen and achieve this wreath of success and crowned in glory and have that clarity that you've been looking for, okay? Could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or you might have that in your chart as well, but this is about getting the clarity that you need after you're taking action, start using the resources and moving this forward. And then I get the Chariot card, so talk about moving forward, right? I think you're taking something forward. It could be a relationship to that next step. It could be, moving something forward. You're in the driver's seat. You're ready to, you're balancing out your emotions. You're balancing out everything, I think, in your life, your personal, your life, your professional life. Things are being balanced out, right? And then with help from the divine up here, you're able to kind of help balance things out and have faith that you can actually make that happen. So this is really beautiful. I mean, I just can't be more excited about you. This is so beautiful. So it is about you being in charge. And you could be focused on perhaps getting a new car for some of you or someone around you, but that's exactly what I feel. But this is absolutely gorgeous. Coming out, I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better for you. Let's take a look at anything else that wants to come out in current circumstances for you, just so we kind of get a pretty good idea. But you're feeling good, you're in charge, you're taking action. And that's exactly what I see here. All right, anything else? Yeah, shine your light, okay? That's what this is saying. So I don't think you're being shy about that right now. I really, really don't. You know, if we've got you dancing a little bit, you know, especially before you kind of move forward, I really think that that's you're kind of going in the right direction, okay? Now, it's also about being of service. This could be a being of service to another, helping someone out, they helping you out, kind of that type of thing. But I think you're being service, you know, to someone else, perhaps helping them. But you're all focused on looking forward, not looking back, okay? It's all about moving forward, okay, guys? So that's what you're doing. You're focused on looking forward, and that's phenomenal. I love this. Let's go ahead and take a look at this other person on the other side. Let's see where they're at right now, okay? Let's take a look at where they're at right now and what's going on. Let's take a look for the second half of August. Ooh. Okay, so we've got the Page of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So this could be you bringing in a cup of love to someone, maybe asking someone out, that type of thing. And then we get illusion. So maybe there's some sort of illusion, something that might be holding you back a little bit, you know, in this relationship or in this situation. It looks like you put a lot of work into something and now you're kind of stopping for a moment. So maybe you're kind of getting the better picture by perhaps, you know, offering maybe a cup of love, maybe it's, you know, it's a date to someone, but this is actually, you know, kind of, so you can actually clear any sort of illusions and you know how to move forward in terms of the work that this person has been putting in. So that's exactly what I see. So here's the thing. Some of you might resonate with this side. This could also be someone that is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You know, they could have a water in their chart as well as earth in their chart too. But yeah, I mean, it's exactly what I see here. It's about having faith that the investment that this person made in this relationship or in this situation, it's going to come to, you know, it's going to be fruitful, okay, for both of you, okay? So we're going to look a little bit further into this and see what else wants to come out for this person. But yeah, they feel that there's some sort of illusion, but I think that it can be, you know, clarified with some good communication. It's a younger energy, so they could be a younger person, or they could be, you know, young in love, you know, in terms of the love side of things. Okay, so that's what I see here. Anything else? Let's see. So for them, what they're doing, it's about making a plan, okay? So they're kind of retreating to make a plan, you know, on how they would like to move forward in their life. So, you know, they're trying to get the clarity on how they want to move forward in their life, who they want, how they want to move forward, you know, in terms of a relationship or situation, and getting clear on what that means to them. What does love mean to them? You know, and getting clear perhaps on the dynamic between you both that's been going on right now too, okay? So note your comments below, guys. I'd love to know. It supports my channel, and definitely drop a like and subscribe if I vibe with you, okay? So, but that's what I see on this side here, okay? So it's kind of like, you know, stopping for a moment and taking a really good look, but wanting to get some clarity. But, you know, if they can't get clarity, you know, within the situation, what they're doing is they're retreating so they get the clarity themselves, and then they know how they need to move forward. Because, you know, just like the saying goes, you can't control someone else. The only thing you can control is your, you know, in terms of yourself is, you know, your attitude and how you want to move forward, and making a plan. So this person is retreating and going ahead and doing that. Okay, let's go back at you and let's go ahead and find out what is the fear that might be holding you back in this relationship or situation. Fear, or what the cause of anxiety or any sort of angst that might be standing in the way. I think you're really focused on moving forward. So I think that you've kind of left a lot of that behind. I think you're on a brand new, you know, page. A brand new opportunity in love is what I really feel. So let's take a look. What do we get? Ooh, okay. Gosh, guys, this is crazy. These cards have been really popular. A lot of you might be absent, you know, from the other person. You know, maybe you're at a distance from each other, and, you know, in terms of the heart, and you want that freedom to be able to meet each other, but it's not happening right now. And so absence is maybe key in this relationship, and it's causing some anxiety. It's also about shifting the relationship and situation. So maybe, leaning into the shift, leaning into the changes that are taking place, as it pertains to you, and shifting into a different dynamic, trying something different in this relationship or situation, carrying a brand new perspective. So seeing things from a brand new perspective in terms of how to move forward. So it's, again, the key card here that I really see here is really looking forward, not looking back anymore. So this is really beautiful. And what can help you in this? Let's take a look at what can help you. Who or what can help you in this? Okay, let's take a look. What's going to be important in this that's going to be really helpful to you? Surrender to the effortlessness. And it really speaks to the rest of your read there. It's kind of like leaning back, right? And just kind of seeing things. It's almost like, kind of seeing things from a different perspective, right? And that's what happens here too. So I think it's really, really great there. But this is about, surrendering to the effortlessness and the ease and the dynamic of the energy between you and in this relationship and situation. But yeah, that's what this is all about, is that sometimes you need to go with the flow rather than try to force the river to change the direction that you want it to. And I put a quote out, guys, that was on my community on YouTube. It's something to the extent, you gotta check it out, but it was like, when you are always looking to change something, you're always thinking of all the different ways you could change something, and you've done everything that you can, then it's time to surrender, to surrender to the divine, and not into something to the fact of your mind. Okay, so you'll have to kind of check that out. Anyway, I sent it out, but this really reminds me of it. It's really surrendering the mind and exercising the muscle of the divine. So you have to check it out. But anyway, that's what the feeling that I'm getting from that. It's like, focusing on that effortlessness in here, and it's really amazing. Let's take a look at this other person and what is causing them anxiety or fear, any sort of angst in this relationship or situation. Okay, let's take a look at what that is. In fact, I'm going to use the same cards I used for you, so let me just pull another deck here. Okay, let's take a look at what that is for you, okay, on this other side for this other person. Okay, here it is. What is it? Okay, so interesting. So this is about fragments. This is about them being a little bit fearful, a little bit about some of the fragments of their childhood or their situation, or something of experience that has left them a little bit of fear and anxiety. There's the beauty that I love about this, guys, is that it's fragments. It's just the tail end of it. It's about cleaning up those loose fragments that caused that fear, that raised that hand. Now there's greater perception on the fragments of things, and so now it's about being able to move forward with greater perception. Okay, so there's just remnants of a few fragments that are left, and this person's cleaning all of that up because they know that for a successful relationship or situation, that's going to be important not only for them, but whoever that they're with. The next card that I get here is to focus on your expectation. So this is about this person focusing on what it is that they want, and really asking their spirit guides, any help that's necessary to help them in this maturity or this spiritual maturity to move forward and to even fly, and to move forward and to fly into the future and move forward on what it is that they want, what brings them the sunshine, what they want and not what it is that they don't want. So this is about expectation. So, and this is about, in terms of manifesting, expecting the best rather than expecting the worst, because when you expect the best, you're going to get more importantly, you're going to get something closer to the best or the best. Okay, so that's what this person is changing that mindset, getting rid of those fragments that once said, I don't deserve this. Oh, I'm not worthy of this. I'm not good in relationships. Oh, I'll never have a good partner. No, this is axing that out. It's getting rid of that and emanating the vibration of what it is that you want to expect. Because if you expect the worst, guess what you're going to get, right? So this is about expecting the best, right? And having that spiritual, maturity, which is that dragonfly. And that's what that's about, that transformation of spiritual maturity on his back, being able to help push them out into the light. So this is really good. And then what do we get when we speak about light? We got renewal, right? So this is about a renewal. This is a new leash on life for this person here. This is amazing. So a brand new birth of something new. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have a brand new kind of beginning here, a new restart, so to speak, with some maturity that has since developed since then. What's going to help this person? What's going to be most helpful for this person? In this situation or in this relationship. Let's take a look at what that is, okay? What is most helpful? This wanted to come out. What is this? Surrendering to divine timing. I am not surprised to see this, okay? Because the divine timing is going to be a lot different than ego's timing, right? So this really comes into play, and it talks about, that, if your goal isn't manifesting fast enough, this is about being patient and trusting the universe has a flow that it needs to go into. And if you want these beautiful miracles to come into play, you have to learn how to co-create with the rhythms of the universe, right? And you've got to step back and leave room for that co-creation to take place, and so the divine can put its hand within this to make it happen. So that's what that surrender part is. It's surrendering to having to think that you have to do it all yourself. That's not the case. When you step back, again, you're surrendering out of the mind, and you surrender to the muscle of the divine, okay? So that's what's really key here. So for this person, that's what I see here. Beautiful. What is some steps that can help overcome this relationship or situation? Let's take a look at what that is. What can help in this relationship or situation? Let's take a look for you. Steps to overcome. Let's see here. What do we have? Get the rest that you need, right? And when you've done everything that you can, this is again asking the divine for guidance on how to move forward. But right now, what this is talking about, Scorpio, is that you need to get some rest. Again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy over here, okay? I next get the Two of Wands. This is about looking forward to what it is that you want, strategizing. How do you want your world to look? Is it two people right now? Is it one person? How do you want to move forward and strategize that keeps you passionate in you, okay? And then we've got an Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Ace of Swords, and now you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Another, this is about prosperity. This is about manifestation. So what is your manifesting? Sorry guys, I had to get a drink. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, as soon as I got this Ace of Pentacles coming through, whatever's manifesting, it's going to leave someone speechless, okay? It's going to be hard to say, or it's going to leave someone speechless, okay? So for some of you, that's the key. It's that maybe what you have manifested is now coming into an existence, and that's what I see here. So there is a big sign that it's really important for communication right now. Communication is going to be key. So in this relationship or situation, communication is key, okay, towards your manifestation and for this realization to come through. Wow. My gosh, you guys, it was like I had to, it's almost like I couldn't speak. And then I also had to I don't know, it's like cough and it's weird. It's like all of a sudden it just came over me. It was crazy. So some of you might have to do with communication, okay? Wow, now we got that out of the way. So this being said, so yeah, manifestation. So how to kind of steps to overcome the situation, get the rest that you need right now so you know how to move forward more clearly, and ask for guidance after you've done everything that you possibly can on the next steps forward. Because this is a 4, this is about grounding the situation, okay? And then it's about strategizing it. So then we get the 2, right? The 2 is about duality. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. This is about you strategizing how to move forward and manifesting. And then this is about bringing that manifestation and prosperity into creation, okay? And go to that next level, okay? So it's going to it's going to be a difficult conversation for some of you, but once you're through with it, I will tell you, it's going to be amazing, okay? So that's what I want to let you know, because the vibe that I'm getting is going to be wonderful, okay? So that's what I'm getting from here. Now on this other person's side, let's take a look for them on steps to overcome the situation. Surrendering to divine timing, okay? Surrendering to divine timing, okay? Let's take a look. Okay, so surrendering divine timing. Whoa, on this side, gosh, guys, I mean, we got 2 major arcana here. We got the devil energy, the three of swords, and then we've got the high priestess. So what this tells me is surrendering to divine timing. Someone is getting rid of something that have held them back, some bad energy that has once kept them in bondage and had affected their relationships. Okay, this is a little bit of a different type of intuitive meaning that I'm getting from the energy tonight from this, because I really feel that you might be dealing with this person might be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, someone with that type of energy. Or it could be you might have that in your chart too, Scorpio. But I think what they're really trying to do is they're getting rid of the bondage that held them back, that created heartbreak for them, and now they're moving forward using their intuition. And this is asking to use your intuition moving forward, your truth, okay, and speaking the truth, okay. But I don't think that for this person, I think that this is really part of the past. So guys, note your comments below. But for this one, it's kind of like ridding of the bondage of the heartache that kept this person, in a cycle of maybe a consecutive relationships that were negative and kept them kind of in bondage. And so now what they're doing is they're focused on their own intuition, and they're strengthening that muscle, and they are finding their truth and learning to listen to that voice and the whispers, of that. And I think that that is really allowing them to come through. But this is really, really beautiful. Okay, so it's about their intuition, right? That of which was hidden before. This is ruled by the moon. That of which was eluded them is now coming. It's coming to fruition. You're totally coming out of it, which is really, really cool. Okay, and it's about letting go of any sort of fear, and then moving into liberation. And that's what I feel is coming for this person. So let's go ahead and find out with you what is the love message for you in terms of moving forward. Let's take a look at what the Love Oracle says for you, and then I'll pull one final card on how to navigate the difficult energies if they happen to come up, okay? Those difficult conversations and what's going to be important for you, that brought that energy out, okay? Let's take a look at what that is. Here it is. What is it? We got it here. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Wow. So for some of you watching this, and for some of those, that are male gender that are watching this might even look like you, right? So that's what this is saying. This is really poignant. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Focus on not what you think you should do. Be true to yourself. Just like this other person is, remember I said this person's following their truth and, listening to their intuition. And following that, that's what this is saying. So what's going to help you have this conversation, or if you, that's just what I feel. There's some sort of communication, verbal communication. What's going to help you as we close out the read? Let's see, Scorpio, what is that for you? Here it is. What is it? You're in the world, but not of the world. This is beautiful. It's a 7 card, which talks about having faith. So being in the world and not of the world. So this is about you being in the world, this is about you participating. It's beautiful. There's she's in the waters, and it's about in the ocean of emotion through here. But what this is seeing too is that this is about being cleansed, right? This is about going through something and being cleansed. And maybe you've gone through something in a relationship or situation, but this is about you being just purely in love with life and cleansing of life, being totally naked, in terms of living your own life. And it doesn't mean that you have to have security blankets to hold you back, right? This is to hold you back and have security. This is about conditioning that has kept life away from you is now dropping out of your hands. And this is saying is that any conditions about love, conditions about security, controlling or anything, they're allowed to fall away, okay? So that's what this is talking about. So sometimes we need our defenses and other times we do not, is what this is talking about. So, you know, if you feel that you have hold on to some sort of security, you know, just by means of just, you know, because it felt good at the time, but it's just saying now it's no longer feeling good, that it's about ready to let that go, okay? There are times when that needs to take place, and, you know, and so whether it's your ideas about money, time, relationships, whatever that is, you're ready to be much more vulnerable and expose yourself to life behind that perfectly financially controlled person, you know, with security. That's what this is saying. This is saying is that you know, that type of living is too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. So this is about when you are not resisting yourself, or resisting life. You are less resisting, and what you need just comes to you. Okay. That has to resonate with some of you there. Okay, that's exactly what I see here. So please note your comments below, guys. I am sending you lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, namaste.